Hey guys, what's going on? I just wanted to show you a little breakdown of the principled BSDF and how I use it to texture my things in my projects. So first of all, just do a little quick thing, just to break down the BSDF into its simpler parts. So the main things you need to worry about is base color, which explains itself. The roughness, which is very important, getting that the texture in the roughness and making sure it's not too reflective, but it's reflective enough. That's pretty important. And then of course you have the normal, which adds bump and not displacement, but like bump in the normal and makes it look gives it more detail. And everything else you don't really need to worry about. Only other things I rarely change is metallic. If the object's metallic, and then it just goes 1, and if it's not metallic, it's 0. There's no in between. And the transmission, which is glass. So if I put that, you can see it becomes like see-through. And then if I put down the roughness to 0, yeah, it's like glass. So otherwise, I don't play with anything else. So let's just go through how I've textured this statue pillar here. So I've got a concrete plate fence thingy from textures.com, and I'm running that into the base color, but to make it look nicer for my scene and what I actually want it to look like, I've put a hue saturation value in it, HSV, and then I run that into the base color. So that just makes it look darker. You can always put mix RGB or curves or whatever hue saturation value. I just find that pretty easy to work with. And then I'm using a roughness map from an ambient CG metal texture. So you can see it down here. It's just no, it's just got detail, and yeah, it's like 4K or something. So yeah, and then but I'm not plugging that straight into the roughness. I'm using a color ramp first. So this is a color ramp for the roughness, and I'm just putting the color in there and into the roughness, and I'm just using that to bring up the blacks and bring up the whites just to make it more contrasty. So because without that, if I just it just doesn't have the same impact. You can see there turning it on and off, it gets a bit, yeah, it has more of an impact on it. And I'm also using this map to drive the normal, to add a little bump with that. And I'm using a different color ramp because of course I want a different effect. I'm also using a mapping node, which if you have the node wrangler add-on enabled, which you really should, just press Control T and you'll get that up. And I'm just using the UVs for that because yeah, then I can control it easily. So I'll just put that through in the color ramp, and then you have your normal map, of course, to convert that into a normal data. But before that, I have the map range. I'm going to make a whole video about this node because it's very, very good and it's been helping me a lot with texturing. But simply, I'll just say right now, it just brings down the values to very small here, you can see, so that the bump isn't too crazy, because otherwise it'll have too much texture and detail and it will distract your eye from the focus of your scene. So yeah, that's basically it. That's just my really quick breakdown of the principled BSDF. And see, you get like this pretty nice looking texture. It doesn't look the best, but when you actually put it in the scene lights and the scene world, if I'll unisolate that, and then I'll go into camera mode, and you can see here that I've used this same texture on these archways and this statue, and with the lighting, it looks really good. It has the reflectiveness, it's got that texture, the bump, and it really helps to complete the scene. So that's another thing I wanted to say is, don't be worried if your texturing doesn't look the best when it's full on lighting. Like with a HDRI, not any texture except for like a real Quixel Bridge photo scan 8K is going to look good. So that's why having the right lighting and having a bit of low light that picks up the reflective spots is the best way to light a texture. If it's too well lit, then you're going to see too much of it and it's not going to look good. So yeah, low lighting's the way to go, really. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and check out my channel for more videos because I'm going to be uploading a lot.